Hi everyone, welcome to today's presentation. Today we are going to analyze a real data set using Microsoft Power BI to uncover some reasonable trends and insights on an hotel aggregator data set. Here in the problem statement, we have a lot to cover. In this problem statement, we are going to uncover the host listing, the the host reviews, the scores, the availability, and we're going to make a comprehensive visualization and insight that will shed light on trends, patterns, factors that influencing the performance of listing.
Let's delve into the project objectives. In this project, we are going to talk about five major objectives. Number one is the geographical insights. Two is the pricing and availability analysis. Three is the host performance. Four, four is the property type and room analysis. Lastly, we're going to talk about the review scores and guest satisfaction. One of the key values we are going to talk about in this data set is the pricing, the total listing, and the sum of review per month. The total listing for this data set is $1 million. The total price is $5.36 million, while the review per month is $25,500,000. In this analysis, we are going to talk about the key deliverables. One of the deliverables is to create an interactive dashboard illustrating geographical distribution, pricing trends, host characteristics, and review scores. Also, we are going to report the availability patterns, property and room preferences, and factors influencing guest satisfaction. And lastly, we're going to make recommendations for hosts and the aggregator platform based on this analysis. The first objective that we're going to talk about in this data set is to uncover the geographical insights. After analyzing this data, we realize that Sydney, a region, a location in Australia, came out to be the top geographical insights to have reached a total count of listing of 446,281. Secondly, we're going to talk about the pricing and availability analysis of this data set. In the pricing and availability analysis, we're going to look at the prices for the room types. In the room types, the entire home topped the price of this figure with a sum of 4,417,801, making it the number one. While the property type, the entire rental unit, has the highest price of 2,141,271. In this data set, we also analyze the host performance. And one major key thing that I want us to know in this host performance is the host response time. The best host response time in this data set is is the response time within an hour. Within an hour could be within 30 minutes. It could be within 10 minutes. It could be within 20 minutes. It's just not more than an hour, which is a very good result. Another objective you are going to look at in this data set is to uncover the insights on review scores and guest satisfaction. According to the chart, according to the chart in this presentation, we can see the performances of the review scores pattern, the review scores accuracy, the review scores communication, the review accuracy by response time. Another insight we uncovered in this analysis is the property type and room analysis. In this data, we uncover the accommodation in this analysis. We talk about the accommodation, we talk about the total listing count by room type, and we look at the host total listing count by property types. The last insight we are going to uncover in this analysis is the deliverables. In the deliverables, we talked about the availability by room type, the availability by bathroom, the availability by property type. In the pie chart, we can see that the entire home apartment made the highest availability, while the private room followed by the shared room And lastly, the hotel room. Factors influencing the guest satisfaction. Number one factor that is influencing the guest satisfaction, number one, is the availability of a sum of 1,327,323 entire rental units for guests. Number two is the hotel made available the room types that suit the guests, which is the entire home apartment. And thirdly is the pricing were based on the choice of room types and property. Our recommendation in this dataset is for the hotel aggregator should look into improving the review scores communication of the central business district and the other host neighborhood. The communication scores should be improved to ensure effective services. To wrap this up, we have to talk about the conclusion. In our conclusion, Sydney, Australia appears to be the top geographical location with the highest listing sum of 446,281. The entire rental unit of the hotel property type has the highest sum price of 2,141,271, followed by the entire home with a sum of 1,302,400 for guest satisfaction. Third thing we're going to talk about in this conclusion is the entire home apartment has the highest sum price of 4,417,801 listing for room types available in the hotel. The top response time for guests in the hotel room is within an hour, which I said the last time that it's still a good performance. And the top host listing with a total count of 212,251 is made Comfy. That is our top host listing. And the best review scores rating by host response rate is 100%. Melbourne, Australia is the top host location by accommodation with 2,400 with 24,863 total accommodation. I hope you find this presentation educative, informative, and entertaining. Thank you very much for listening. See you next time.